IGCSE ICT Chapter 20 Data Analysis Task 20C. Open the file operators.csv. Choose two numbers, place these in cells B1 and B2. Calculate in cell B4 the sum of the two numbers. In cell B5 the difference between the two numbers. Cell B6 the product of the two numbers. Cell B7 the contents of cell B1 divided by the contents of cell B2. Cell B8 the contents of cell B1 to the power of the content of cell B2. Check that the formulae have worked before printing your spreadsheet, showing the values and again showing the formulae used. Now, before this task can be executed, it is assumed that you already have the source files. So if you have any need for the source file, then you can drop a comment in the comment box so that I will make it available, or rather provide you guidelines on how to get the source file. So for now, I have the source file. I will go straight to my folder and open operators.csv file. Okay, here it goes. Double click to open, and my file is open. Alright, now I will just have to enlarge this, just expand it a bit to take a normal size. Alright, now cell B1 and B2, I am to place two numbers. That is two numbers I will choose. Going back here, B1, B2. So I will start with 7, and this is 3 here. I can make it 2, right? Okay, alright. This particular cell, cell B4, I am to enter the sum of x and y. As you can see, in cell B4, the sum of the two numbers. Alright, so x and y will now be, I will introduce a formula using the equality sign, equals, make reference to the cell I want to add, B1, then use my equals plus sign, and then B2. Alright, and press enter. It gives me a value. Here is the difference, that is in cell B5. I should enter the difference between these two numbers. Difference is actually the value you get after subtracting one number from another. So I'm going to subtract 2 from 7. So I will start with equal sign to introduce a formula, then make reference to 7, then minus sign, then the next cell is B2. Press enter. Okay. Now product of x and y means the value you get after multiplying the value of x, which is 7, and the value of y, which is 2. So I will come here, introduce my formula with equality sign, then make reference to the first cell, which is this, and the multiplication sign is actually typed by pressing and holding the shift button, then you press number 8 to give you the multiplication sign, which is the asterisk. Okay, make reference to the second number and press enter. Alright, now x will be divided by y, which means 7 divided by 2. So equals, make reference to 7, and our division symbol here is the /. Then the next cell, which is dividing, is B2. So press enter, you have 3.5. Okay, now x to the power of y, so I will introduce always make sure you introduce your equality sign when you are defining a formula. Equals, then you come over here and select 7. Now The power sign is the caret sign. So how do we press the caret sign? You press and hold down the shift, then press the number 6. Press and hold down the shift, press the number 6. Okay, having done that, I will raise it to the power of 2. Okay, and 2 is contained in cell B2, as you can see. So, enter key, I say all this. Okay, now this is basically how to solve the solution. And before we do anything, you are asked to actually display the formula you use, just like according to instruction. Check that the formula have worked before printing your spreadsheet, showing the values, and again showing the formula used. So we are going to print our values, showing how they look, and secondly we also print them showing the formula we used. So basically I've shown you how this looks like, and we are going to display the formula. So how do we display the formula? Go over to the formulas menu, and there under the formula auditing section you click show formula. It shows you the exact formula you use for all your mathematical calculations. Okay, so at this point we are going to save as task 20C. Save as in our work area and browse. So you save it in a work area you shall create. You are to create your own work area. I've created mine here. I will save it as task 20C. 20C, and save it as Excel. This time around you can actually save it as CSV. It doesn't really matter, but because I want to retain it the way it is, we can save it as this. Okay, good. So having done this, we are done with this particular task. And thank you for watching. I encourage you to do your practice to just get more familiar with it, and it reduces the whole stress. So practice is the key. See you in our next video.